Hello everyone. Before starting the video, subscribe to the channel because there are many different scary adventures. In a small town tucked away in the heart of the countryside, stood an old, seemingly innocent school with its faded brick walls and creaking wooden floors. It had served as a place of learning for generations, but within those worn corridors an ominous presence loomed. It was a foggy autumn morning when the town awoke to the news that a murder had taken place at the school. The victim, a beloved teacher named Mr. Sullivan, was found dead in his classroom. The victim, a beloved teacher named Mr. Sullivan, was found dead in his classroom. The shock spread through the community like wildfire, leaving everyone questioning who could commit such a heinous act within the confines of an educational institution. As whispers filled the air, rumors began to circulate. Some spoke of a disgruntled student driven to madness by the pressures of academic life. Others whispered of a faculty member with a dark past, seeking revenge on those who had wronged them. But amidst the uncertainty, one thing was clear: fear had settled over the school like a suffocating shroud. The investigation unfolded under the watchful eyes of the townspeople. Detective Emily Morrison, renowned for her astute mind and unwavering determination, was assigned to the case. Clad in her worn trench coat, she ventured into the eerie halls of the school, determined to uncover the truth. The students, once carefree and jovial, now moved through the hallways with trepidation. Their laughter had been replaced by hushed whispers, their bright eyes clouded with fear. As Detective Morrison questioned them one by one, she unearthed a tangled web of secrets, envy, and hidden grudges. One student, Jenny, had harbored resentment towards Mr. Sullivan for years. She claimed he had singled her out, ridiculing her in front of the class, crushing her spirit bit by bit. Jenny's bitterness seemed palpable, her words laden with anger. But Detective Morrison sensed something deeper lurking beneath her rage. The custodian, Mr. Thompson, had always been a quiet presence at the school, hidden behind a mop and a broom. He had observed the lives of the students and teachers, silently nursing his grievances. His alibi seemed solid, but a haunting glint in his eyes betrayed a darker truth. As the investigation delved deeper, Detective Morrison began to piece together fragments of a puzzle, each revelation darker than the last. Hidden surveillance footage revealed heated arguments between Mr. Sullivan and several staff members, showcasing the depths of their animosity. Jealousy, betrayal, and shattered dreams became the paint on this macabre canvas. Then, one stormy night, the truth unfurled like lightning across the sky. Detective Morrison called an emergency meeting at the school, gathering all the suspects in one room. With every accusing stare, every quivering breath, the tension reached its zenith. As the detective revealed her findings, the atmosphere grew suffocating. Jenny's face paled, her eyes filled with desperation as she admitted her involvement in the crime. She had lured Mr. Sullivan into the classroom under false pretenses, her anger fueling a desire for revenge. But her confession was not the end of the nightmare. In a twisted turn of events, Mr. Thompson, the custodian, revealed himself to be the true mastermind, driven by a dark obsession. He had orchestrated the murder, manipulating Jenny into carrying out his bidding. He had watched silently, hidden in plain sight, his tormented soul seeking retribution for years of perceived slights. As the truth spilled forth, the school's facade crumbled. It had once been a haven of education and growth, but now it stood tainted by the sinister acts that had unfolded within its walls. The community recoiled in horror, their trust shattered, forever haunted by the knowledge of the evil that lurked beneath their seemingly peaceful existence. In the aftermath, the school became a somber reminder of the darkness that dwells within even the most unassuming places. Students and teachers moved on, but the memories of that fateful day lingered like a ghostly specter, and as the years passed, the tale of the murder at the school became nothing more than a cautionary legend, whispered to future generations as a reminder that evil can hide in plain sight, even in the most familiar of settings. In a small, quiet town, nestled among rolling hills, stood an old, eerie school called Blackwood Academy. It had a dark history, whispered about by the townsfolk. Stories of unsolved mysteries and tragic events had plagued the halls for decades. One chilling tale, in particular, sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to hear it. It was a cold winter's morning when Emily, a bright and popular student, disappeared without a trace. The town was engulfed in an air of sadness and fear. Rumors spread like wildfire, speculating about what might have happened to the cheerful girl. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, but there were no answers. Then, on a stormy night, the school held its annual winter dance. The students dressed in their finest attire, hoping to forget the somber cloud that hung over them. But little did they know that this night would become a nightmare they would never forget. As the clock struck midnight, the dance floor was alive with laughter and music. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and the room plunged into darkness. Panic filled the air as the students stumbled over one another, desperately searching for light. In the midst of the chaos, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night, sending a chill through everyone's spine. When the lights finally came back on, a gruesome sight awaited them. Emily's lifeless body lay in the center of the dance floor, her once vibrant spirit forever extinguished. The horror on the faces of her classmates was mirrored by the realization that a killer lurked among them. Blackwood Academy became a haunted place after that night. Fears settled into the walls, and suspicion gripped the students' hearts. The town was on edge, and the investigation consumed everyone's thoughts. The police arrived, questioning every student and faculty member, but their efforts proved fruitless. As days turned into weeks, the once tight-knit community became a breeding ground for paranoia and mistrust. Friends turned against friends, and whispers of accusations filled the hallways. The dark secrets of the students began to unravel, exposing a web of lies and deceit. One by one, students vanished from Blackwood Academy, their disappearances echoing Emily's fate. Each time, a lifeless body would be discovered in a place that sent chills down the bravest of spines. The once bustling school was now a ghost town, haunted by the memory of the victims it had claimed. The killer, a master of disguise, remained elusive. Toying with the remaining students, fear became their constant companion, their hearts pounding with each passing moment. Every shadow, every creak of the floorboards became a source of terror. The school, once a place of learning and friendship, had transformed into a labyrinth of horror. As the days grew shorter, and the list of suspects longer, the students vowed to uncover the truth. They banded together, determined to bring an end to the reign of terror that had consumed their lives. Slowly, they unraveled the twisted tapestry of the killer's motives and connections, following the clues that had been hidden in plain sight. In a final, heart-stopping confrontation, the truth was revealed. The killer, a fellow student driven by envy and darkness, had meticulously planned each murder. A veil of disbelief fell over the remaining students as they came face to face with the depths of human depravity. And so, the story of the murders at Blackwood Academy serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the darkest horrors can exist within the walls of the most ordinary places, leaving a permanent mark on the souls of those who survive.